Welcome to Xpertdoc. My name is Erik Bot. Today I'll talk about composition type templates. With compositions, we can reuse parts of templates in other templates. For this example, I've broken up my template in different parts. A header and footer template, a cover letter, products and pricing, a signature block, and some terms and conditions. With compositions, I can make different combinations of those templates. This way I have less design to do and my templates are easier to maintain. So let's create a composition. The type will be composition. There's no need for a dataset. We'll get the datasets from the individual templates in the composition. Next step is to go into the composition builder and add your templates to the proper zone. Header and footers to the header and footer zone. Main templates to the body zone. And terms and conditions in the insert zone. Here you can use templates with the same dataset or templates without a dataset, as long as they don't have any fields in them. Now let's preview this. Well, even I run into an error every now and then. This means that the sample that I'm using is created on a record that does not exist anymore. Just let me fix that for a second. In the background, I have now created a new sample that I can use for my preview. As you can see, the composition pulls together our templates and adds headers and footers to all the pages. The document takes its fonts and styles and margins from the first body template. This is quite important, so remember this. Then at the end, we'll finally find our terms and conditions. This is an insert. Inserts do not inherit the headers and footers of the composition. They can have their own. Let's add an extra template with product descriptions. We can drag and drop it on the proper position. Then, for each template, you can set the break behavior. Break behavior to continue after the previous page or to start on a new page. For headers and footers, we can set the occurrence. By default, they're set to every page, but we also can set them to be shown on the first page only. Now I can set or add another set of headers and footers for every page. I can also set the occurrence for them. Now let's save it and create another preview. It has now added an extra section with product descriptions. As you can see, every page starts on a new section, or each section starts on a new page, and we have different headers and footers on the first page and the rest of the pages. Now let's give the user control on whether he wants to show or hide the product descriptions. For this, I will create a custom dataset. That custom dataset will just have one field, and that will be a true-false field. Now let's create a flow for the composition. In the flow, we're going to add the question to show or hide the product descriptions. It will retrieve data from CRM. It will retrieve data with an HTTP connector, and I'm going to add one block to ask for the user input. If we want to add that custom data set and use it in our composition, we have to make sure to add it to the template first. This way I can use the custom data set also in a condition. I'm picking my show product descriptions custom data set, and that will have one field, a true-false field, to show the product descriptions. That's a true-false field, and in order to show the product descriptions, that needs to be true. So let's save that condition. You can now see that one part of my composition quote has been made conditional. Let's save the changes. To test our condition from the custom dataset, we either have to run the flow from the flow builder or straight from CRM. Let's first try to hide the product descriptions. I'll leave it unchecked. Click Next. And there's my quote. As you can see, there are no product descriptions. Let's try to run it again, but this time with the product descriptions. And as you can see, now the product descriptions are included. So we can make parts of the template conditional. We can also use CRM data for our conditions. For instance, add a header and footer for drafts to the quote when the status of the quote is drafts. we'll create a new condition. And this time from our CRM dataset, we'll pick up the status field and set that to draft. For those header and footers, you might also have to set the occurrence. If you want to see the draft sign on the first page and every page, set the occurrence first to first page, and then add the header and footer again for every page. Don't forget to add the condition here too. And save. We'll switch to CRM again to run the flow. As you can see, the status is draft, so we should see the watermark in the document. I'll skip the product descriptions. And as I expected, I now have a watermark because the status of my quote is still in draft mode. Remember, we set the occurrence for our draft headers, and also it shows that you can stack multiple headers and footers together on one page. These were the composition basics. We can use the break behavior for body templates, the occurrence for headers and footers, and we can use conditions to control our compositions. We can take this even further by using templates with different data sets, but I guess that's for another video. As always, I thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.